Alright, it is 9:08 a.m. March the 31st, the last day of the month. Really gonna be looking forward to trading today, and I'm gonna be ready to try the new things that I've improvised since yesterday. I'm not gonna trade stocks up the first day, OTC runners on the dip, because they could just fade all day, just like Nasdaq's do. Except OTCs are kind of more dangerous because it's harder to cut losses quickly on those. So if a stock isn't going the way I want, very easy, I just control. That's it. I even have like a sound that is going to tell me when I'm filled, so I don't have to click back and forth. It's gonna be nice and simple. Gonna stay away from first day OTC runners on the dip, unless it's like inverse head and shoulders. I'm gonna use stop losses like that with the control and then F1 button twice. And the third thing I'm going to do, which I've already done, is not have two order entry boxes, just one, even if it means I miss a setup. If I'm not smart enough in the moment, in the heat of the moment, or just ready, experienced enough to have two order entry boxes, and that when I place an order I go back to the right one, I'm not even gonna bother. So that's where I'm at right now. I look forward to LTNC if it makes the number 5. I actually saw it yesterday. Not these two, but I saw this one when it was happening. I had a chance of buying at 732, but I didn't because it's an afternoon fade. It's not really as perfect as a morning fade. Midday is already kind of pushing it a little. It was more of an afternoon. It was a bit choppy. Didn't even get to 10%, so maybe it just barely did, but that goes to show that it's not gonna be that much range on the afternoon, and it could have continued dropping. But yeah, gonna be looking forward to something like this. It looks like it will potentially do fake out number 5, so maybe wait at least 2 green candles. I'm not sure. I'll have to really analyze that as it happens. IMVU, I'll consider it for number 5, but I would like LTNC more. And I will be looking at the other screen for any stock that is down significantly on the day, but I'm going to play it very cautiously. The stock's going to have to be a lot down, maybe at least 30% perhaps, for me to consider dip buying, just because a lot of them are very late in their pattern. This is where I'm at right now. We still have a moment till the market opens. Okay, it's 9:44. Yes, LTNC was having that number 5 setup, had a pretty nice drop. It was actually green on the day. I tried buying here in this little stutter step, which is what you'll call it now, but at the time it looked like it was bottoming, and it was for a little bit. I tried buying 7,000 shares at 714. The time was 9:37. I did not get executed. My order just sat there. It did not get executed. And then I had this spike, right? And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna chase this stock. If I missed it because of my broker, I missed it. So then this is the funny thing, right? Alright, so then I bought 7,000 shares and I got filled right at 9:42 right here, and I got filled at let me see, 681. So that's actually a pretty good price that I got filled at, 681. The only issue with this broker, and I think I'm going to be changing brokers, unfortunately, it just sits there. The order just sits there, even though your order is well within the thing on the other side. I don't know, maybe that's just the way OTCs are sometimes, but it was just such a slow execution. And then I didn't like the price actions. I even tried to like scale out of my position right here, but I didn't do it. Alright, so LTNC, I didn't like the price action, so I was like, alright, you know what? I'm going to get out, and because it's not going the way I want, I'm going to sell exactly the way I said, pressing Control F1 twice. So I did that, right? And I know the actual speed key is Control F1. The issue is that I don't get a confirmation until I press F1 twice. So I pressed it twice, and this is what happened. I bought here at 681. I sold at 691 my entire position size because I didn't like the price action. And then I actually sold another 7,000 shares at 691, so I actually shorted this piece of crap stock. And then it said something along the lines of, there was this red bar here, and it said, you owe like securities, or you something like that. Please call or check your position sizing. So I just went ahead and placed a market order, which sat for like a good 5 seconds, just chilling there, right? And then I bought back those shares. So I literally shorted this stock. Now, had I have thought maybe a little further into this, heck, I might have even considered holding that position so I'm actually short this stock on this first red day. But I didn't think that far. I just thought, alright, let's just buy back these shares. This thing could still bottom at any point here. I'm just playing it safe, selling very quickly right here. So it could have totally have held 681 and continued to bounce from here, and I just played it mega safe because I was kind of burned yesterday, and I learned from that. And the price action just wasn't looking good with too many people chilling on the ask. But could you believe that? I was actually short this stock. Wow, that is so cool. And I actually made money too on that because I had to buy back the shares, right? And I bought back at a lower price, just a little bit lower, but I actually bought back money shorting this piece of crap stock too. I can't believe that. I made money shorting this piece of crap stock. I made $3 shorting that piece of crap stock. Let's see now if it's going to consider bottoming here. But it might be too late. I still don't like the amount of people that are just chilling on the ask. And if it just stutter steps too much, I just won't consider it at all. I can't believe that I was actually short this stock. That was awesome. I think I will consider a different broker because I don't know. I just don't know if it's maybe because it's their OTCs, but like TD Ameritrade's executions were so quick compared to this. Recently, when I first started with Schwab, they were actually very nice. Look at that big seller here. I'm just gonna have to play extra cautiously. That's all I can really do. I've seen Tim struggle even worse than me than when he's trading on E-Trade in his like live stream, his live mastery event. So this is where I'm at right now. I don't see any setups that I want to trade. I don't see any stocks that are down significantly for number 5. I just don't see anything good. Overall markets are up a little, so it's not like it's affecting it so much, I think, unless it's like just falling off a cliff. No, it's doing a nice run, the overall market. So yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. I'm going to start looking at stocks that are up on a day. I just don't like the amount of sellers on the ask, which will not help this thing bounce back up. It could be the kind of stock that just goes back up very slowly throughout the entire day. Those are always sketchy, but that could totally happen. If that's the case, maybe I'll consider buying if it puts up a higher low. It hasn't done that at all. But yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. I actually shorted this stock. Next time I accidentally get short this stock, I'm gonna actually trade it out. All right. It's 9:54. Yeah, not too funny this time. Now just a little scary. So I actually I noticed that Tim actually bought, and I thought, alright, well, Tim bought. I'll trade very cautiously because of the fact that, he could put a sell alert at any moment, and then, yeah, he just put a sell alert. And that could just cause this thing to fall off a cliff. So I didn't like the price action. As soon as I bought, immediately started looking bad right around here. Let me see. Let's go back to order status. Where's my second buy that got fulfilled? Right here. At 671, 952. Right here. It just didn't look nice. And yeah, it had this big red candle. It was, the typical level 2 price action that just showed it wasn't doing too well. But this thing can keep running. I just have to be a little patient if I want to consider it again. And I went ahead and I sold immediately using my speed keys. at 67, and it happened again. I shorted this piece of crap. I might even get a call from Charles Schwab. Like, what are you freaking doing, man? Why are you getting like short these stocks? So I actually waited just a little bit, right? As I shorted, right, technically a 669. So yeah, it was at 669 and the time was 9:53. Right here, I guess, in this candle or this candle, and then I covered at 663, which is right here at this red candle at the near the bottom. But I was like, no, dude, I'm playing with fire. I need to cover immediately. So I did, and now it looks like it's gonna keep going. But I don't like this price action. I've seen them like this. A lot of people on the ask, but this thing's still uptrends. Good luck. I'm probably not gonna trade that. I'm gonna look at stocks that are up on a day. I've had a few baby orders. I did lose on that second buy because I kind of bought around here and it kind of sold into the top of the red candle. It seems nice, my speed keys, that get out of the position quickly. The only issue is that I get short the stock, and I think I'm just gonna press F1 once, and I'm just gonna have to trust that it goes through when I do that. So yeah, because I'm not I'm not trying to really go short this stock, but that happens. I might even get a call from Charles Schwab. I might get blocked or whatever. It doesn't matter. If that happens, I'll open an account with TD Immediate Trade. I'll have to pay for commissions there, but I think the executions there were just much better. So yeah, just some very small baby trades. Had I have maybe just bought once and held, sure, I could have done that, but I'm not really too good at that. I just have to keep getting better when it comes to stuff like that. Remember, my initial buy was at, they got executed at 9:42, so I would have been burned if I just bought and held, right? So that's why I kind of play it very safe, and then that second buy, that didn't work out. At the moment, immediately, this was my cover. Where's my actual buy? It was right here, I think, at 9:52. Yeah, again, it was at this candle. Only now is it slightly above it, and there's always a lot of people on the ask, and Tim already put his sell alert. It could still happen, the number 5, but people who are late chasers might be still dumping their shares, and then it's down all the day. Could cause a lot of things to happen. I'm gonna, if I consider trading this stock again, and it looks so simple, right? 63 to 68. It's not. If I consider buying it again, to which I probably won't, because it's already kind of late into this, I'll consider just pressing Control F1 to get out once. But I guess I learned a trick to get short on accident. So yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. Don't want to get in trouble with Charles Schwab, really. And yeah, a few trades, they didn't really work out immediately. Had I have held, sure, but I already knew I wasn't in at the best price because of the fact that Tim was in the stock, and you know, I might be paying a premium for that. And then when he issues a sell alert, it's going to be kind of scary. But it's already up. It looks like this thing can do number 5s, but fake out number 5s. It was clearly a fake out here. Have to be pretty cautious with that. I can learn a lot from this, but yeah, I really like that I'm able to get out of the positions. I think quickly doing Control F1. I'll try not to do it twice. I don't want to get in trouble. Maybe I'm already in trouble, you know, and short the stock. Okay, it's 10:59 a.m. Yeah, overall, I just probably could have traded LTNC better, but because I was burned yesterday with the other stock, and number 5 setups have been very choppy recently, I played it very safe, so I can't get too upset, but I obviously need to keep learning. My first buy and sell, and I guess short and cover, was here. I bought and sold here, then I shorted and covered here. On accident, of course. I wasn't trying to short. And then the second time, I bought here, I sold here, and I shorted and covered the same minute. You know, I thought about holding it, you know, just because, oh wow, I can be short, but you know, that's playing with fire. I'm not trying to be short, and that would have been you know, bad choice to hold because it bounced afterwards anyway. Officially made a bounce. This is when it officially bounced. It dropped again. I actually did consider buying here, but I didn't like the price action, the level 2. And yeah, it ended up working out. It's one of those ones that has a lot of people like right now on the ask, but there's a bunch of big blind blocks, so it just pushes past it. I need to get used to that. It was very choppy here for a moment, but you know, I did it from 65 to 76, so you know, at least more than 10%, right? I think 20% move if you were perfect, so it's getting better. It could have been much worse, and it had one more drop. I didn't see this one at all. I don't think I would have traded it just because it was under this level, and this would have been resistance. IMVU, it looks like it was going to do a number 5, but it didn't, so I didn't trade it. Just didn't look good. The price action, the volume just wasn't that nice. Looks like NRPI did a number 5. This is on the other screen. I don't really consider these too much, but this one did break this 36 level. It kind of bounced from 22 to 26, so that's actually not too bad. I don't see any other stocks that could have potentially have done a number 5. No, not really. Let's look at AABB. This one had a drop, but I don't know if it was significant enough. It was like a 10% drop, but it did bounce back, I think 20%, so that's nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just call it off for now. I'll be looking sure for any setups later today, but this is a case that I'm in right now. It looks like it might put up a head and shoulders. I'm just gonna take things very cautiously. Maybe I'll call it off here, maybe I won't, but yeah, that's the moment. You know, at the moment I'm not thinking about really trading. I don't see any really good setups, and kind of amazing that I got short this freaking stock. Not on purpose though. Maybe if they never call back and it turns out it's not a big deal, maybe I'll consider shorting this way, but I doubt that's the case. They haven't called me or anything, so yeah, I'm gonna call it off right here, and maybe I'll make an update later, maybe not, but I think overall pretty good. I can't beat myself too much missing the overall bounce just because of the fact that it is choppy. I have to be cautious. It could fake out like it did here and here. I bought and sold here immediately, and right, had I not have done that, I would have been in trouble. So I don't regret that at all. I just have to keep going at it. Alright, it is 5:12 p.m. Shortly after that last video, I just kind of laid it off and no longer traded anymore. I had a bunch of work to do, and I just wanted to really go over the fact that I mean, these videos don't really get that many views, so it's not like a big deal, and I'm sure they'll fix it at some point. But I was able to short sell LTNC. 2 of these were shorts. I think this one was a short, and this one I believe was a short too. You see, I was negative 7,000 shares, and then I just bought to cover in theory, and that wasn't really the goal. Had I been more aggressive, I would have considered shorting it around here or maybe here, but that would have been kind of scary. It would have been a number 6 pattern, so I didn't do that. Didn't think about it. Not really going to do this, but I guess I'll keep it in the back of my mind that maybe in theory, if something just looks so amazing and I want to, I can consider it, but I probably won't consider shorting. You know, I haven't received a phone call, no messages, emails, or anything like that, but you know, I think that if I were to do this again and hold for like the next day, that would be bad. I think if you do it in and out the same day, it wouldn't be a big deal, especially if it's rather quickly. You know, maybe anything under an hour perhaps. But yeah, that's just very interesting. LTNC, it looks very simple, like, oh yeah, number 5 pattern, buy the dip. Again, you never knew at one point it was going to stop dropping. I did consider, I actually bought and sold here, and that was when I had my first short too, I believe. It was a fake out, and then it dropped again. And then how do you know this is the actual drop? Well, I guess the theory is that I should, when it comes to this, consider maybe a higher low setup. So maybe trying to get the bottom, sure, but if I just get tired or exhausted, it won't be at the very bottom, but I can consider a higher low setup. And then it will be kind of like on a confirmation. There's sure, maybe less profit because it's already on the second higher low, but it's just a higher chance that it will continue and be a profitable trade. Otherwise, you cut losses quickly. If it breaks that second higher low level, I can consider that. We had another spike again, a drop. This was a higher low, I guess, but I was talking more about like the intricacies over here, just in theory. But yeah, had a second bounce from what is this, 64 to 76, so it's definitely more than a 20% move, which is nice. Sure, there have been nicer ones, but hey, I've seen a lot of bad ones recently too. IMVU, never wanted to trade it. I'm just looking forward to the day it has a nice number 5, although that one is a bit choppy, it might not do it. LTNC would have never considered trading this stock because of my new rule not to buy any stocks. OTC runners up, running nicely. Not gonna dip buy them, only if it's like something like this right here, a confirmed breakout over this 19 level right here, and then you risk off that same level. Sure, that doesn't seem too bad, but just a random dip buy, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Stocks to trade has a bunch of stocks up on the day. I want to see this one specifically to see if it's actually a meaningful move. SPZI. It looks like nothing. Maybe. Yeah, it wasn't really that good. It says it's up 1,000%. Yeah, it's not really a good pattern. Alright, yeah, just that one would have been crazy. Maybe TYTN. Yeah, not really good volume. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna call it off right here. I traded this pretty badly. Sure, I didn't get the bottom, but I'll consider now higher low setups. So if I get worn out or it's being choppy and I'm not sure if it's gonna hold or not, I can trade based off of a higher low setup. I made like 14 bucks or something like that today, buying and shorting this stock, not getting the meat of the move, but just really trying and improving. Definitely better, I think, than yesterday, especially because I did try the control F1 button twice to close the order, but I think now I'll just do it once, and I'm gonna hope it works just fine as well. I'm gonna call things off. I'm gonna look at stocks that were up on the day, OTCs, to add them to the watch list, and yeah, I'll just keep going with this.